Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
Everything they say, they don't say the truth.
If you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. Liberians will suffer.
Surrounding those issues, there is only one food that provides the is face the issue on Kings FM. No Anthony April Gossip Win, commonly known as Twitter Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. For the most analytical, the most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity. In a football game, and we were playing a tournament, beat us today, and we dropped out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. United Party get their opponent in Labrem, they lead in Labrem people, then they come back to their team that they defeated Everton and they put a crack way. You never want to say so.
On Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
You bow, you collected $22 million again without PPCC involvement.
Honored at this recent investiture.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Onegi. I wish to be something else, so we not vote for Latin and we here, oh. People dying in Kinja, horses money is single. Parents crying for YFs. I thought they say we were in job. 100 years back and forth. Garage life didn't go up. Yahweh Suole betray the labor. They can't call over to finish gable. Listen, we get gold, we get diamond, we get iron, oh. We get all, we get timber, we get rubber, oh. They sell the money in the bank and we are leaving, oh. After the 100 days, last quarter be the quarter, oh. But what kind of tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What kind of tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What kind of tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh.
Now the first time in the country you will see I'm made to wrong. We're not talking plenty ego, we're not fighting them we're going. And when we're talking say the tip back to win to all wrong, you can just be looking at all that to say sleeping monk, the men are pong. Expressing my feelings on the song, the 22 million roll. You tell me how far you go. Then I only one talking say we are coming a row. The people say from Ghana, the people say police for A, yellow machine from China, they come and say let no for A.
Yama, we're not feeling for yeah. Joseph Bogavin for him.
What they get it, made them to SAP. What they get it, made them to SAP.
What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh.
Oh, I play the freedom of speech. Tell me why they sack people for MCC. Where the freedom of speech. When you thought you get a comment like Saki. We still trying to understand the government agenda. The rescue mission, rescue vision, pile fake impression. They get a job and lead the people with high expectation. Like who's that party seen asking when the train will go? But how the train will go when the driver is old? We been sitting in the train, but the driver can't wake up. Now all the funny thing they make all about give up. But who think on the budget? Like they see men and I think on CPP document. They also send it like they don't a young people property. But Uncle Prince and Jerry praying for Baga to rap it. The country pie on us so we can understand it. See how the people crying.
$22 million again without PPCC involvement.
Honored at this recent investiture.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Onegi.
I wish to be something else, so We not vote for Latina, we here, oh. People dying in jail. Horses money is single. Parents crying for YFs. I thought they say we were in jail. 100 years back and forth. Jarrah's life didn't go up. Yahweh Suole betray the labor. They can't call over to finish cable. Listen, we get gold, we get diamond, we get iron, oh. We get all, we get timber, we get rubber, oh. They sell the money in the bank, now we are leaving, oh. After the 100 days, last time I be the quota, oh. But what kind of tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What kind of tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What an experience, oh,
Okay. Now the first time in the country you will see I'm to wrong. We're not talking plenty ego, we're not fighting them will go. And when we're talking say the tip work out to win to oil wrong, you can just be looking at all that to say sleeping monk, the men are pong. Expressing my feelings on the song, the 22 million roll. You tell me how far you go. Then I only want talking say we are coming up, bro. They been bossing from Ghana, the people saying police for A, yellow machine for China, they come and say no for A.
Yama, we're not feeling for yeah. Joseph Bogavin for him.
One to get it, made them to SAP. One to get it, made them to SAP.
What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What on the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh.
Oh, we play the freedom of speech. Tell me why they sack people for MCC. Where the freedom of speech. When you thought you get the comment like Saki. We stay trying to understand the government agenda. The rescue mission, rescue vision, while a fake impression. They get a job and lead the people with high expectation. Like who's about to see the asking when the train will go. But how the train will go when the driver is old. We been sitting in the train, but the driver can wake up. Now all the funny thing they make all do back give up. But who think on the budget? Like they see men and I think of CPP document. The hustle selling like Dylan and young people property. But Uncle Prison Jerry praying for back of the rapid. The country fire on a hustle, we can understand it. See how the people crying.
Mr. Speaker, members of the legislature, nearly 3 years ago, I assured the nation that road will be our focus, not as a slogan, but rather the commitment to connecting communities with opportunity. In furtherance of our commitment, we focus on restoring key corridors and expanding secondary roads. We increased Liberia's paved road from under 12% to 20% and maintained more than 780 kilometers of major roads, ensuring year-round access. Connectivity improved between Ruraville and Batulu, Salaye and Medekoma, Tapita and Zedru, as well as Buchanan Greenville, reducing costs and easing hardship for citizens. Key roads like Ganta, Sakripe now 56%, Sakripe Tapita up to 92%, have advanced, while Kiripo Fishtown route is now fully paved. Additional projects, including the Buchanan Greenville Highway, are in the pipeline, thanks to partner support from African Development Bank, World Bank, and others. Efforts will be made more accessible to the rest of the country by road. The Army Corps of Engineers will play a role in delivering this initiative. In our ongoing commitment to maintain road access for our citizens, I am pleased to announce that the widely discussed 285 yellow machines procured by government last year are currently in shift. These assets will be situated at the county hubs and used to support road maintenance efforts and form a crucial part of our disaster response preparedness efforts across the country. Mr. Speaker, honorable members of the legislature of Federal Liberia, we continue to make progress in connecting county capitals and major assets. Although the RIA Road Corridor project faced delays due to ongoing orders and changes in scope, we are still able to increase the length of the pavement from 20 to 25. With the orders and rescoping nearing completion. Full work on this corridor is expected to resume in 2020. For my administration, our job creation strategy have focused on addressing binding and structural constraints growth, including investment in roads. And in this connection, we have created more than 70,000 short and medium-term jobs across infrastructure, agriculture, social protection, and small businesses, among other sectors. Going forward, the Youth Entrepreneurship and Investment Bank project launched in 2025 will support 30,000 youth-led businesses, creating over 120,000 direct and indirect jobs for the youth. The National Employment Acceleration Strategy focused on agriculture, public works, field training, and support to small enterprises has been finalized. This will facilitate more Liberians to earn decent life with dignity. Honorable members of the legislature, on January 15, 2025, the Liberian government launched the Arrest Agenda for Inclusive Development 2025-2029, the 15-county development agenda in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. These initiatives reaffirm the country's commitment to Vision 2030, focusing on delivering measurable results decisively.
And I'm here now, but the president just lied about the feeding program. The president just lied about the job. I mean, those are all lies. You cannot lie to the where in Mosorado, how the legislature went to your place. As I speak to you today, the youth generator to carry the president program on today. As I speak to you now, that generator is beating. How can the president say electrify the country? That's not true.
I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is. I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road. In the interest of peaceful coexistence, I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the battle was fully exhausted, the trickled, happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Waka himself, spurred into actions. This was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish Waka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act, they made the cheers of their partisans. They failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly while the loss of our office building is a setback, I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despaired. While we admit these are difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Boubacar are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with a spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not found in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation to take the law into your own hands. However disappointed we are by this outcome, I call on each of you to continue respecting the law and due process. Fellow partisans, well-wishers, and sympathizers, I am optimistic about the political future of our party. Together we will build a better homeland for our party. So help me God. God bless Liberia.
We have seen a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Peaceville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Southtown, the CDC remain in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Bouaka administration. And that institution is the Mate Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act, not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. Your dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I am so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owners of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes and aid will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrong, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. Keep rising. To our elders, your wisdom is still needed. Stay with us. And to our opponents, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, as a credit, Nelson Mandela said in the quote, it always seems impossible until it is done. Unquote. The party is alive, strong and mighty. The revolution shall continue. A belief we will uphold to death. The future is not beyond us. The future is straight ahead, and together we will get there. And so, I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberian will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country and the people of Bouaka.
He came back with 100-bed hospital. Now old man Bouaka in the UAE. He gon' come back with strength in the relationship. Rescue mission that's young. Bokaida scammer in chief. Hey, old man scammer in chief. The rescue mission that's young. 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 When George Weah went to UAE, he came back with 100-bed hospital. Now old man Boca in the UAE, he come back with strength in the relationship. Rescue mission that's scam. Boca that's scammer in chief. Hey, old man scammer in chief. The rescue mission that's scam. 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 When George Weah went to UAE, he came back with 100-bed hospital. Now old man Boca in the UAE, he come back with strength in the relationship. Rescue mission that's scam. Boca that's scammer in chief. Hey, old man scammer in chief. The rescue mission that's scam. The rescue mission that's scam. The rescue mission that's scam. The rescue mission that's scam.
Okay, and let me say, hats up. Folks, let me say hats up to all of you wherever you are. It's great joining us right here again. Here we are ready to rumble, especially for this entire week. We are ready to move on with life, with God being on our side, with no fear nor favor. We are grateful to the Almighty God. He's raising up stones to be there for us. Your prayers continue to take us through in all of the things we do. Sometimes we want to tread the wrong path. Your prayers will always keep us on the right path. I want to tell you thank you for that. You may not know how much time and everything you are putting into seeing some of us to where we are. We appreciate you for everything you do, because we've always said, with God, all things are possible. The one who lives in God, God lives in you. And so we are very grateful to the Almighty God that we are beginning another week right here, stepping majestically into the month of February. Just the second day is this day. This is the first Monday. So our next Monday will be the second Monday in the month of February. So we are right here together. We are grateful to the Almighty God that life is moving on with us. Let me thank all of you who are supporters of His Excellency Ambassador George Weah. His spirit of peace, discipline, had always hovered over you, to the extent that indecent way of behaving is not part of your life. I tell you, thank you for that. I tell you, thank you for committing yourself. Now you can know for sure, because over the years, people said the CDC people, they were rude, they were arrogant, they were aggressive, they were this, that. The time has really come now. And you now knowing that people who got power, who's supposed to be in relaxed mode, they are the one that arrogant, rude, misbehaving all over the place. But that is how God works. And so we want to tell you thank you. Thank you for making a difference. Thank you for making a difference. It does not mean that you are not able to fight, but there is time for everything. And I want to tell you thank you. People may not understand some things, and I want to tell you thank you. I am still telling you thank you. You may not understand the role you are playing in maintaining the peace of this country. The role you are playing in maintaining the peace of this country. It doesn't necessarily mean that you will play this role continuously to your own detriment beyond 2029. Because in the Bible itself, God, as peaceful as He could, He fought wars. He executed wars. He destroyed people. So God has His timing for everything. The destruction of the unity party, it will not be done by God. Oh. No. God will use us to do it and will prove the unity party people what God wants to do to them. Or you think God will come from heaven to do it to them? No. Now we don't want God will use. But in everything, give it to God because there is time for everything. And when that time comes, you yourself will see that indeed things that you thought you couldn't do, you will start doing it because it is God's doing. Nowhere in the Bible that they told me that God didn't send people then to go fight. They fought. God sent people then to kill people. God killed in the Bible. So killing is part of life. Anybody can kill anybody. God killed in the Bible to redeem his people. God uses people to go and fight. God uses people to go and destroy. So you're not thinking because they say, oh yeah, yeah, peaceful or Syrian peaceful, meaning they can't do nothing, they can dwell. If the God that in the Bible that you all know that we all serve can wake up and take up certain time and say, I'm going to destroy these people because I'm now angry. Watch out. The time is coming. Don't worry. The time is almost at hand. I can tell you that squarely. Because people like us that God made, created, the kind of heart then we get is dangerous. But we are waiting for God's time to make us to use that danger component of our heart to destroy. And at that time, we'll destroy it. You will be sitting there, you'll be looking at your neighbor or somebody who want to call you, the way you will treat them, say you will not imagine whether that you, but as God, oh, you will not even think oh, that God using you so. So allow God to use you so that when that bad thing happening, you are not guilty of any sin. Allow God to lead your anger. Because God said can get angry. God can act. Let God be the one to lead your anger. When God leads it, you are free. You are only being used. You are free. When God gave it to God, they say vengeance is his and it's God's responsibility. God is the one that will do that. But God will use you, but it has to be at God's timing. God says vengeance is his. Yes, we agreed. So Jamina, I'm calling no road tonight. Why you want to call that your business? So don't worry. Let you know the party put in that they can misbehave, they can rule. Let them ask in the Bible, there were people in the Bible, people like Pharaoh, that they thought they were misbehaving on God, acting rude. They thought that they could do whatever. They had all the power. I will control these people. I will do this. They will never leave. God can't stand from. He can't do this. There were people who misbehaved and thought that they had all to themselves until God came down. Until God came down to show license. And God didn't use different person. God used the very people. The very Moses, and the one that God used to go and kill one Egyptian. God used Moses. Moses not sing. And say that shall not kill or whatever it is. But when God uses you to go kill, that killing, meaning it is not sin on you. It is God who takes it. So like in the law as well that we practice, right? Self-defense. You can kill people. You can kill anybody out of self-defense. So once you kill somebody out of self-defense is mean you are relying on the law to do that killing. So when you kill somebody on self-defense, and then you are able to prove it to the law that I killed this person on the basis of the law, because the law defined what self-defense is, and I waited in that time what the law says, it came, and I did feel it. That indeed the only thing I could do, the law says, when they kind of thing they get to me, I ain't got to go call anybody else. I got to fight for myself. I got to kill. So I will kill. God himself, like he did, the same law. You can kill, the law will protect you. That means you don't commit crime. It's the law that gave you that right to kill at that time. So you are protected by the law because who you supposed to run to? Ain't the law? When you kill somebody who's supposed to hold you accountable without the law, when you kill somebody who's supposed to hold you, not God, but if the sin God tells you to go and kill somebody, then God takes responsibility. At that point, it's not a sin. So if the sin law told you that out of self-defense you can go and kill, the law will tell you, say, but then I'm on your side. You committed no crime, right? I'm telling you all the things so that the United Party people, they will know that all the misbehavior, then they own, yeah, they're taking what they call. We are just waiting for God's timing to lead our anger, our revolt. It will be too dangerous. Because you know what it is for God to be on your side? It will be too dangerous. You watch out. I'm telling you this. Every time we remind you when I come on the show. So you want misbehavior, you want act rude. United Party people will know you already. This government came to power to show us who you people are, how incompetent you people are. You know, all those things there. We just knowing you all for it. So I don't get time for you. Yeah, watch out. So I get time for you. And I can be telling you all the time. You like your one cause your cause. That's your business. That you're in power. You like you do whatever you can. But there's a cutoff point for that. And that day it will be too dangerous. You will not know where it is coming from. I want to tell you squarely. You will not know where it is coming from. So let me say us up to all of you, and we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything. We are right here doing everything for the sake of our country, and things are really tough. Things are getting tough. The government instituting policy measures that are always there to, in the spirit of maintaining law and order or orderliness. When the government itself is disorderly, and they intend to suffer the poor people, and then they will call it, they are trying to institute measures that brings forth orderliness. I see them going to the streets. They are taking jobs from people because self-employment is a job by itself, right? They are taking jobs from people who are selling at least to find ends meet for they and their family, their children's school fees. They have taken them off, showing them nowhere else to go to survive. So honor this survivorship regime, because it is survival the fittest, right? So the survival the fittest. Now, honor this survivorship regime. They are taking people off jobs. That's why we said, when they said they created more jobs, we said, you took jobs. And even up to date, you are still taking jobs from people. You are taking people goods from them. You are throwing it into the sunny wind. You are doing anything to them without finding an alternative, knowing fully that you, government, you are the sole responsible person for each and every citizen in this country. You are the one. The reason you have to go out there and look for investors is to provide means for opportunities, for job opportunities for your citizens. That's why you look for investors. That's your responsibility. It is your business not to do the job, but to create an environment that will make people to do the jobs. So if you are creating an environment in the streets where maybe you want the streets to be clear, but you forget to know that because most of the people in the streets, they don't have jobs. They are out of jobs. So they jump in the streets as means of helping themselves, because they don't want to ask the country, especially a government of such, that will not do for them, so that they start doing for themselves. Instead of our guys, our mothers, our sisters lying in the streets or lying home where men will come and abuse them for their peanuts, they say enough is enough. I can fight for myself. I can struggle for myself. I can do this for my children. I can do XYZ. I will go in the streets and sell and find something to eat. Nobody can be abusing me. That independence, that pride, that dignity for which they want to preserve, for which they came in the street, you have restrained them and taken that away from them. They said there is dignity in labor. There is dignity in labor. All those street selling, you can see they put them doing that, the dignity there, that labor. They're able to say, I'm able to sweat, I pay my rent. I sweat, I send my children. You can hear them, man. There's a dignity. They're trying to brag about dignity. So they say, I sweat hard under the sun to send my son to school. I sweat hard under the sun to make sure my rent is paid. I will sweat. No man can abuse me. I rather sweat in the street. Our sisters, that's what they do in the streets there. If you can't find an alternative for them, where are you sending them? Where are you sending them? That's the kind of government we have. Right? Insensitive. And very, very insensitive. Who told you we don't talk about law and order? Go in countries like Ghana. Go in countries like Ghana. You will see there for yourself clearly that there are people that there are people who say in the streets. Go into the area they call Sako. Because they knew that Sako was an area that was now engulfed with too much commercial activities. What did they do? They did an overhead pass bridge. They did an overhead, roundabout bridge. Now what they call Sako is near Accra, in central Accra. They did it there so that when cars want to pass, if you don't want any traffic at all, you just go on top of the bridge, you go by your business. But down there is crowded with human beings selling. We are robbing. When you go in Ghana, you go somewhere around the Sako. That's a popular market area. You will see cars and all struggling to pass through when you get down. But if you want a free flow traffic, go up, chief. Pass up, you go by your business. Nobody will stand up there to sell to you. But down there, when you get down there, that's where we are selling, buying foods or whatever. That's the street. The same street that you see here, so that the same thing. The people didn't do that. Ghana people, they didn't wake up all the administrators, they didn't wake up all the administration, they didn't just wake up and tell the people off the street and say, no, we need to create a pathway so that cars can have easy access, like red light. Red light is congested. You see it like that, right? So you think the best way to do red light is to just say you're going to take the people off the street. Like, no, you can tell them, say, you know what, say you're feeling jamming down here. What we'll do, Claire, we can make the city stay beautiful. Because you people will still have to make the city to look beautiful. Good. So we'll have an overhead pass from straight Poly Academy Junction. You'll just see yourself driving and getting to Gardnersville without getting involved with the traffic down there. Except you want to go down, then you get your own way to observe the traffic. No problem. But you go in the area I'm talking about, I said that Ghana, I'm talking about here. So you go there, you will see those there. So where are we? And some of these things we say, yeah, we're not condemning government. You know, one thing we will not do is to be unrealistic towards government or governance, as though we didn't go to school or we don't know what it is. No. We are telling you what we are did. When we are wanted for that road in red light to be completed because the marketers couldn't really allow it to be, it diverted their attention to Ominga Market. We'll make sure that we construct Omega, but you'll go outside. That's why you see some of the tables you see along the road going towards Omega area. Those were the areas. That's why you saw the market going towards that side. The people are still there. Right? Yeah. So if we want to decongest the areas, there's a way we can do it and the city will still look beautiful. The city will still look beautiful. You're getting the money, you are eating it. Why it will take for you to spend millions into these overhead something there and say, oh yeah, the whole area will pass here. Let the common people then be raising their own money and getting their lay money will do this here and there. Yeah, my man J just told me, sir, the Mukala market in Ghana is one of the places. But have you gone to some marketplaces in Ghana? Have you ever go there? Gone there? Ghana, I can see shining like that. You see the streets here and there. Have you gone to the marketplaces? Have you really gone to the marketplaces in Ghana? Where you see cars, people passing. They are near the roads. Now the Ghana we're discussing here. So for you to yet take people off the streets, people are selling the streets there. I mean, as beautiful as Ghana is, as you may look at it. Right? Because the people have to live. The government are able to provide for them. They must find something to do. They get the elite quarters in Ghana. You enter there, there's so elite people there. You see them there, you're walking, you see yourself peacefully, you are moving on. That's life. So let's learn these things. We are not criticizing unrealistically. Sometimes you learn to listen to people like us, you will understand governance. No, we are taught governance. We are taught developmental politics 101. And the stage 2 of politics, because we're supposed to graduate from developmental politics 101 to 201. Now, the 201 is supposed to have started 2024. Now, you did not even allow yourself to enter 201. You allow somebody who does not understand anything about development to come and take over. And that's the problem with that. Yeah? Yeah. So for everything, you see, we're talking here. When Koji then saw people in Wadosaya, they build small tables and say, okay, instead of all telling people to move from here, let's build these small tables, the iron tables here. Let them be there. Since the stores were already accommodating them, but they were just standing in the street. Let's build these small iron shelters here. They are staying in red light. They are staying in Wadosaya right here. George, we are building homes for people, and I'm about to host 2 of the affected families from Saturday's incidents. This is squarely in Himiu. I'm a lawyer, and I know when the law is and where at what point does the country comes in. I know that. I know that. George Weah was not in the business of taking food from one people's table. In fact, to the extent that he instructed his ministers that despite our sisters, brothers, all going in the streets to go do their sales, some of you, even the salary that you will get, you'll give it to other people in the communities who don't have anything to sell. Let them have a portion of the country's cake. Just give it to them like that until they can find something to do for themselves. So as a result of that, money was all over the place. It was your country money. You were right. And you were getting back your country money. You were right. But it was a sarcastic manner in which you got it, that's why you are feeling it today. You have people enriching themselves, building houses, buying cars, and they're forgetting about you. Using the same country money, but this time they place it in their pockets. On a Weah era, the country money, yes, it came from their pockets in your hands. Because it's the country money. Everybody should eat the country money. Now one group of people supposed to eat it. So that thing you'll be talking about the country money, and you look at it, I just laugh. Like the country money, yes. And that's what we've been yearning for over the periods. That people should eat the country money. So, well, let me ask you a question. Your father, who born you as Papa, he buys you shoes. Is that a responsibility or is a favor that he's doing for you? It's a responsibility. You can only appreciate him out of decency and say, Dad, thank you. I'd appreciate for your thoughtfulness. That's just decency. But why do you not tell your pa thank you? You will not tell him thank you. Your pa can carry you to court. To come say, become a child, say, you're not telling me thank you, so I'm not supporting him again. The law does not care about that responsibility. Responsibility is different. Right? The only one that you can withdraw, if the person not tell you thank you, that favor. If the person does not appreciate it, you can take away favor. But you can take away responsibilities because the person does not appreciate it. That's your responsibility. The person does not have to appreciate it. But it's out of decency, out of courtesy, that the person has to appreciate it. Out of decency. The person has to, you can't carry somebody to court that you are responsible for by law. Then you say because the person, the XYZ, that why you're not paying the person. That one a different story. You're going outside with the court, the judge, where you tell you say you're going outside. Don't tell me say what thing because your child can't speak to you, so you're not paying the child school fee again, or because the child not tell you thank you, Papa, for paying my school fee. So you say you're not paying the school fee again. That kind of thing you carry to court. I beg you, yeah. They tell you say they're gonna hold. It can hold. We are knew that. That's why every insult you were giving him back, he believed that yes, it's your country money. We'll give it to you. Weah was very sensitive to the plight of the Liberian people. He felt that every action that was taken by the courts, it would affect his government. Every action that was taken by the legislature, it would affect his government. So every decision that was made, he thinks twice. He always thought twice. Right? He always thought very twice. He said, look, if I do this, it will come down on me. Do you think the evictions characterized and accompanied by demolition sponsored by the state? Do you know why? Let me tell you this before we bring in our guests. They are coming in 9 o'clock. You can get 10 more minutes. But let me tell you about the demolition exercise. Let me tell you where the law. Article 59 of the Liberian Constitution opens a window. for the Lord to understand compassion, immunity, and all of that. It opens that door for that. And the law is the law. And the law says if somebody kills or maybe steals or whatever it is, they're supposed to go in jail for blah, blah, blah. They should go. And when the judge knocks his gavel and then says guilty, you have to go to jail. Do you know that the law opens up and said that, look, sometimes not everybody will be that bad. AB may have committed a crime for his first time, but AB have done a lot for the country over the period. Like the likes of Brandon Samukai. Samukai never had any criminal record at all, with the exception of the AFL pension money that he took under the instruction of Ellen Johnson Sodida SYZ, right? So this man has served the country, and he was even honored as the longest serving minister under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf with no problem. Then that man is caught up in the web. The court adjudged him guilty of the crime. His sentence was to go to prison. But the Constitution left the room that, look, not everybody, but let us give the president, the president that authority. He determines, he sees who's what. That man is able to stand before the prison and then say, look, this man is not going to jail. I gave the man clemency. Let him go. Or the man will look at it and say, look, they tell the president, say, look, you can look at it and say, look, December, these are people who have served their purpose here and there, blah, 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 here and there. I can take them. I put them outside. They left that room for them. Compassion. And that compassion that they have, that the president have to exercise, despite the law being the law, the president still comes in. Right? Despite the law being the law, the president still comes in. Similarly, the president can apply same when it comes to civil matters. Because number one, most of the civil issues that we arise that will call government attention are land. Who's the original owner of every land in this country? That the government. You know what I'm saying here? Originally, the origin of ownership or title to any land in this country, the government. That government is supposed to get you title. That government, it starts with. It starts with public land. The government will get you title. Your call they want, yeah, there. Government, please get your own land that you're selling that on. You got to go. It starts with the government. The reason they do that is that government is the original owner of the land. Now, government will have to preside over the quiet enjoyment of that land depending on how it is. To the extent that in our law, they left something they call eminent domain, right? That eminent domain, they're saying that the government is the original owner of the land. So if government wants to build an AEC station that will cover the whole of Mossoraro County, but will affect the entire, let me say, the whole of the block, Ronald Street, okay, Ronald Street, between Ronald Street and Front Street, the block there. But that block is very essential for the electrification of the entire country. The few people down there will have to be affected. Government will take back that land, but compensate them. But government has the authority to exercise that, take the land. But one thing that the government must be able to demonstrate is this: that land must be used for a larger public interest. That whatever impact that is going to be felt negatively by the acquisition of that land, it should be against the few, and the majority must stand to benefit. That's the law. Because government exercising eminent domain, not to take it and give it to AB. No, they can't hold. It will never hold. The court will never. They will deny the government that. If government is taking the land from there because they want to give it to AB, for AB to what it will not hold. It can't hold. Eminent domain does not suffice there. It does not. That's what the law is. It can't. You see that? That's what it is. To the extent that the law even went further and said, "Hello, even if the government were using that place for electrification and the government not using it again, you who they took that land from, you are the first that they should ask whether you still want that place that they took from you before. They must ask you first. If you don't want it now, then the government can give it to a different person. That's the law. This tells you the sensitive nature of government's ownership, supervision of all properties in this country. They think they're dead and they've been doing. Now, just see group of people who have had properties, big properties in strategic places because they see the wickedness of the Unity Party government. You don't blame the court. The court will do its part. That is where the government comes in. The same way the government can exercise that thing I told you about, the executive clemency on criminals. The government can also have similar thing done. Do you know how many interventions we have made? Do you know that the Catholic people, their ruling came up? The Catholic people, that ruling, it came up sometimes in October, September 2023. The government did not want to get involved in it, and they left it like that. It's not our business to come see, because every we the government now, because the reason the constitution, in fact, the reason the law is so unique to the extent that the government will be in a know, so that the government has a knowledge and be able to make an intervention. Because if the code by itself cannot operate, but the government should help the code, right? So that understand the invasions are going to be taking place in the community is very large, right? The law says the code must reach the government, the executive, through the Ministry of Justice. So the Ministry of Justice is aware of the implication of that action that they're going to take. They too are also aware that people are going to be homeless. So with the knowledge the government has so far, and the government's evaluation of the thousands of people who could be displaced as a result of that, the government can intervene. We are this similar thing beyond ABC compound. There's a guy there who said his parents got ABC, and the town people said that they didn't want only to sold the place to people beyond there. People build their houses there. And then the guy won the case. And the community people, they said they were willing to rebuy, but the guy said, no, he's not doing any rebuy. He bringing bulldozers. It was at that point they met me. I had gone there to talk with the community people. That time I was still at Truth FM. Right? So they put up a team. I think Truth Finale, and they said they're going to meet where we are. We have to call that young man, talk to him, say, man, look at the people there, they play there. Look at these people. Look at where they are, and so forth. We got to make the interventions. Because the same government is this government that's going to be used to provide police to get those people off. Like they did there. You see the police escorting it. So what intervention did the government make that broke down? Or the government able to say, you know what? Say you still want this place. Okay. And there is XYZ, and then you won a case against these people, they are victim. Because the party that sold it to them, they sold it to them with their thoughts that those parties were the legitimate owners. So they are going to suffer it. So the government looks at all of that and say, look, this is it. Because all of us here, our grantor is the one the people took to court. Whatever affects our grantor, it affects all of us. We agree. The law is the law. We agree. But the law goes with compassion. Right? Yeah. And this is where you see the sensitive nature of government. Why you tell everyone else who have property issue here and that now they just using bulldozers all over, they're using the police, they just breaking down people's homes because they know that the government is insensitive and the government will not make any necessary intervention. I did not say that the government intervention will amount to contempt of the court's judicial action. No, it's just interventions. Do you know how many thoughts can be in the back? Let's call our people who were affected. Let them come explain their story and then tell you what all they experienced. When did this whole thing start? We want to know from them. When did it start? You're about to hear from them, some of the affected people. Because as we speak now, you can see what happened on Saturday. As we speak, you can see it. What happened on Saturday. Very terrible. Very, very terrible. And it's bad. Right? And we are humans. Right? That's when government comes in. And I'm telling you it. Because oh, Lord, who told you all that thing you're talking there? So even the judges themselves, when they look at some cases and think that they can make some interventions, say, yeah, my man, you know the thing here, though, the thing here part of the law will give you it. But the other side, you know, is about him now. Why you have gotten it?
I said on the social media, and now you see
that's it. Because you got to, yo, people got to live, people got to survive. And all these people talking all here, they're your heartless government, passing all over the place, doing all kinds of things. When a brother among the big bosses, there is something about our let you public interest over what the law. So let's look at one of the justices the issues that are unfolding there. So don't we know from or whatever so they said they identified fraud, but they said according to their wisdom, they said the fraud was not obedient to the election result in 2017. That was what he said. Now, in our class, when we were learning to one of the justices, he said most of the decisions and things that are done, they are done on public policy lines. They think about it. So let's understand with these RICMA rule and the cases and things that we are going through, blah blah blah. If we don't take time, there will be constitutional crisis. Right? There will be constitutional crisis. So for us to look at it is another thing. Secondly, if we were to call for rerun of this entire election, money. We got to look for money. There has to be money apportioned and all of that to get it ready. So what do? We just have to look at it somehow. So sometimes to look at it in the wisdom. That's what they say in the wisdom of the court. At the level of the Supreme Court, when they say in the wisdom of the court, you think what are they doing there? You think that the law now? The wisdom of the court. It becomes the law over the other laws. The wisdom of the court. In fact, there are plethora. There are several other cases that we do in law school where we sit down and argue, say, the way they call rule on the other key, I think the other man who rather dissented or the dissenter opinion was very strong. And yeah, but that's the wisdom of the court. That's the wisdom. That is their thinking. That's the wisdom. They see wisdom the court can use. And I said, look, though the statute says XYZ, but in our wisdom, this is how we interpret it. That's the way. They see wisdom that the court can use. I mean the Supreme Court. They see wisdom that the executive or the president can employ to say, look, this is XYZ, though the law say they want, but let us come and have discussion. Because in the wisdom of the executive, that these people who are going to be displaced, they are Liberian citizens. Or some of them, they have worked with government for over the years. The little money they got from government, they invested in these properties. And it's the property we are going to take away from it. What benefit did they really get from government that they're going to recount? Well, the property that they worked for over the years is now going to be destroyed. Those are the wisdom. Those are the thought processes you put together and then come up with a wisdom and make the necessary intervention. The same wisdom the Supreme Court can apply. To the extent now, sometimes we look at it and we say, why the Supreme Court will come up with a kind of opinion on the kind of thing? But that's the wisdom of the court. The court believes that by applying that wisdom, it will lead to something substantial that will still meet its ends in terms of getting justice. You seen it? So you can see it clearly from all those things we are talking. But you both say, but with God, all things are possible, and we are certainly getting there. And I will always say, I will get a coming. Let me kind of explain that story. You see, you are seeing that, so you see how things work. For them to properly. we have two of the affected whose properties destroyed bulldozers used by state actors and taking people there and getting what they can, and that's it. And we are very, very we're feeling very sad about that. Too bad that it had to happen the way it happened, but that's GMB and his team. That's the wisdom of GMB, that the wisdom you can apply to mitigate is to facilitate these things. So we are getting there. With God, all things are possible. So they are right here with us. We have with us here two persons. Let me see here quickly.
Now be boss,
That's what it is.
Now be boss.
So I think, and you've seen it for yourself, and there were others who were lying that the former president, His Excellency Ambassador George Manawiya, has wanted to make it. Yes, why it is that he would like to do. The protocol would dictate that these people, they are very terrible. They are very, very terrible. They are very, 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 very terrible. And of course, his security and everything, these people are very terrible. So there are some lies that people have been putting out there, and why it is true that he expresses concerns about how the people in tough times. Very, very sad. So we are here with two of the affected, two members of the affected community, and whose properties were broken, and of course, Chairman President T. Johnson was with power. This is little post for money there. Over the period there, we had two structures destroyed, too terrible. We have William T. Thompson III, another victim as well. So they are here. They will tell us what really happened, how did it happen, and how did we get to where we are. So, guys, how you're doing? And 2 and 5. Okay, so okay, good. How you doing?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Well, we say thank you with all well. We say well, but we're not 100% well because of what we are going through personally.
I'm seeing it from the expression on your faces. Sorry about the ordeal and so forth. But let's start up. First of all, did you people see this coming?
No.
Okay, tell us what happened.
Oh, Saturday morning, for me, I was called by the tenant in my house. The property in question, I inherited it from my mother.
Okay.
And my mother inherited it from her mother. So like a descendant. Yes, so, and then the tenant called me. Say, oh, they put in here the morning 5 o'clock, and they put in our the code pool with police pool, and bulldozer. So I say, is it the alley they trying to open? The people say no, they put breaking houses down. So I said, they opening alley, they breaking houses down, but I'm coming. That's how I went there. When I went there, I met with the sheriff, the police people. And then I asked, I said, what is the authority that you people are acting upon? And then the sheriff took off the
rate of possession.
The rate of possession.
Okay.
And he gave it to me. I read it. I said, but the rate of possession that you have, it is not carrying any of us, my family name on the rate. And secondly, the rate of possession say evict, eject, or stay. It does not say demolish.
Okay.
So where you coming from with bulldozer and to demolish? He said, my man, you get any issue, go to the court. I said, but get a legitimate document. He said, my man, go to the court. So I said, oh, he said, man, I want to talk to you. So the officer then talked to him, and then they came down. But after a sudden, we saw another bulldozer using the other side, and he came. He was acting like, in the past, the guy that used to be with Mirabel, the bull guy who does not listen to people.
Yeah, okay.
So he started moving with the bulldozer, just start busting places. So we said, but what's this? He said, man, y'all get any legitimate claim, y'all go to the court. Y'all meet with the judge. So then some group left and ran to the court.
Okay.
But unfortunately for us, the court was closed because they told us that the judges were in Buchanan.
Yeah, they were in Buchanan. Yeah,
Yes.
sure. They had a conference.
So,
a workshop.
So definitely were left off. So they keep acting upon the instruction. So we talked to them. We said, my man, I'm 50 years old. I was born here. My grandparents passed the property down over to us. So according to my deed, my document, my grandparents obtained the place since 1948.
Let me see that rate of possession.
Okay. Since 1948, about 76 years. So excluding that they property for you, where were you?
Okay, that's a question we can ask, but there are two parties. Right. This rate of possession talks about two parties taken to court.
Yeah.
Two parties in court and one party won. Now we're talking about the Victoria Johnson Maziwell.
Yeah,
Maziwell of the city of Monrovia, Montserrado County, and who was being represented through the power of attorney and giving by Vic to one Jesse S. Payne. I understand he's late.
Yeah.
All right, and we have one intestate estate of Thomas Wesley.
Yeah.
Is it Phillips?
Yeah.
Okay, by and through and John S. Bishop.
Yeah.
Executed. All right, good. Now we have the Bishop, and then we have the Johnsons. Which one of these parties your deed says as contributors for?
Yeah, but just to come to that, if you even go through the document that's in your hand, it got 2020 on it.
Yeah, I'm seeing 2020. The ruling came up,
and they just brought this document on Saturday morning. Every one of us that went even to the court today, we all got Victoria Johnson Maswell. Every one of us. And how can you go to a court, two persons fighting for a property, and you win this property, and people who bought from your parents, then you come again to demolish the property? We all serving a notice. We understood that Johnson won the case.
Okay.
And now it's the Johnson who is carrying on this demolition.
Okay.
We all serving all a notice. I got two structure within that era. I got all my money from the media.
I know.
I spent 11 years with power. I'm 51 years old. Got 7 children. My father bought that space. It was zinc. I used all of my resources to make it out of concrete. Today, you ask me with 5 girls' children and 2 boys to live and sleep into the street. When we bought the land, my parents bought the land from Victoria, Johnson, Maswell. So it's confusing.
Wow, that's terrible. And 2020 is when this ruling came up, because I'm saying here, let me just read through it so that others can listen to this reader possession. It says the Republic of Liberia told the sheriff, Montserrado County, Republic of Liberia, but this is coming from the State Judicial Circuit Court and Civil Law Court and I think this is where it's coming from.
Yeah.
And before it's Honor J. Boema and Control. Right, and 2025, this rate came out. They say you are hereby commended by the assigned circuit judge of this honorable court, His Honor J. Boema Control, to put in complete possession, in keeping with law, the above named plaintiff of the property subject of these proceedings, in keeping with the metes and bounds of the plaintiff's deed, lying and situated in the city of Monrovia, Montserrado County, Republic of Liberia, with the aid of a registered and licensed surveyor, and in keeping with the ruling of this honorable court dated February 24th, AD 2020, okay, delivered by the Honorable Peter W. Gwenewali and the mandate of the Honorable Supreme Court of Liberia. You are further commanded to oust, evict, and eject the above named defendants / respondents from the subject property in keeping with law, thereby placing the above named plaintiff in possession of the said property subject of these proceedings. You are further commanded to make your official returns. But what I'm trying to read through this, I'm interested in some of the wordings here. The writ of possession is given, and trying to rely heavily on the 2020 ruling that was delivered by His Honor Peter Doigbenewale, who is currently assigned circuit judge in Code B.
Yeah.
You both saw him today?
Yeah, we met him today.
You know the surprising part? He told us that he served this letter in 2020 today. When we met in the court, he called us, he called 4 male and 4 female, went to a conference, and he told us that this letter was sent in 2020.
The writ of possession was
this
given in
letter,
2020?
He approved it in 2020. But they'll be surprised to see it coming Saturday.
So meaning the writ of possession was not gained on
it's a recapping.
So what he said was that when he came on that ruling, the defendant party took an appeal to the Supreme Court.
Okay.
And it went to the Supreme Court since 2020.
Okay.
The case been adjudicated at the Supreme Court since that time. Okay. It just got concluded and it was sent down on this time.
Oh, okay. Because if he came out with the ruling and there's an appeal, meaning that ruling, there's a stay on it, right?
Yeah.
So finally, the Supreme Court, because they also reference in this writ of possession that subject, that they talk about the issue of the Supreme Court's mandate, that the ruling must be enforced, right? So then there came forth now the writ of possession, meaning he, Peter Gwenewale, did not issue any writ of possession at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
The writ of possession came in now as a result of the conclusion of the case from the Supreme Court.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Good. So, which of course makes it no issue. Now, the question we want you to please help us answer is the fact that the Victoria Johnson Maswell, where is she?
She expired.
She expired.
There.
Where is the attorney in fact?
Josephine, he also dead.
They all gone.
So
when did Josephine die?
2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years ago.
Josephine
So now
is gone.
our children now coming from the States.
From the States.
Coming to do what she did. Undo what she did. After selling property to
Who are the
people.
children?
Who just from one William, I know William, Tom, who so just misnamed. And in fact, he said he came, he wouldn't lodge in a hotel and stretch a deal with how you call him?
One Ire
Nangwe. He tried to deal with Ire Nangwe and left the scene.
So
he's gone back.
You know, normally when a court issues a writ of possession, the party who's the winning party or the person who must have won, the court is able to oust it is possible that you will not be present because of the tension associated with that.
Yeah.
But if you are telling us that Vic is dead, James, Jesse Payne also dead, then who took possession of this property?
That was confusing us. No
But
notice,
the
nothing.
criminal, the children, they were keen to undo what the parent did. You see?
No, there is not about undoing. You know, the question about undoing is if the children have questioned you people did. Is there any litigation that is pending questioning you people did?
No, not at all.
So the issue about undoing what parents did is not an issue. Yeah, so let's not get there because the issue about undoing, because I know there are people whose properties were not touched because they presented the Victoria deed.
No, not true.
No, not true.
They were threatened by one Sonny Ra, who is a major in the army. He threatened, he came out with 45. They even called the chief of staff. And how he poor horse, he's the only person who property is presently there, along with one Gola.
Yeah, the Gola family are married then.
So, because he came out and he threatened to kill. He even called on the phone and called the chief of staff that they should try to call marshal and anything with bullet, anybody who make a move on his property. That's the only property
he was
there.
Present?
Yeah,
Yes.
he was present.
The AFL man was
The
present.
AFL man
Yes.
was present with his 45.
He threatened that he was going to shoot and kill everybody who proposed.
Yes. He said
And that was why his property was not touched.
That's telling you, Abraham is there. His property is present there. That's the only property on the roof. That's the only
Did you
property.
people have opportunity to share your deeds with the sheriff and
We were not give up on our movement. There was no chance. They didn't even allow anybody to show D. Every year is a D in my hand.
Secondly, Avi,
Here's my D.
I took copy of our document to the sheriff at the time, and they told us that he does not have jurisdiction over that, so he cannot verify the.
You know the reason I'm saying all of this. The document speaks for itself.
Yes.
The rate of possession speaks for itself, right? The rate of possession says that this action should be undertaken with the aid of a surveyor.
We never did survey.
The survey. No, you don't have to do survey. The surveyor will have looked at these to verify and authenticate these. That's the whole process. It's a whole package.
Yeah.
While the sheriff is going there for him, he's making sure to do enforcement. While they are having the issue about the surveyor there is to verify these and see whether these deeds and so forth. If there are questions, the surveyor able to say, let us hold this for now. Maybe the other person has a question. If it is answered, then you can continue with the process. I think that's the rationale behind this whole thing about surveyor being there. So didn't you people see surveyors there?
Not at all. This is why confusing us. Two parties fighting for a property, and we bought from someone. Even if we lost, if you lost your case, and we form part of the people who lost, I think they will come to us and say, we're in case with this John Brown, and we lost. So definitely you buy from us, but not at all, AB. I'm a selling grandmaster. I was in compound 3 on Saturday, 5 o'clock. The house I tell you about, I got four apartments, self-contained, that I built on that land. Someone just paid money to me 6 days to the process. They pay the money on Sunday. Can you imagine on Saturday, I was saying the woman brought police officer on me? She brought police.
Why?
She said she get paid her money. So I'm going to refer her money. She brought police. But the police was so sensible and said, oh no, you can't, have this man losing his property and will come in, so let table and see how. No notice was served. I was in compound when I received a call 4 o'clock, 4:30. People tell me that they have police officer. I saw the lesson. They carry 55 armed men, 35 sheriff.
55 armed men?
55 well-armed men is why the police released. 55. I saw a list.
But where you got a list from?
Charlie, the president, I will give me a list. But somebody that I know,
a
sheriff who shared the list with me.
Oh, the list of persons who was supposed to carry on the
Security
execution.
carry on SSR.
So 55 police officers
Well armed.
well armed,
55.
long shot guns, everything new, loaded with bullets
Yes.
in it, ready to kill at any given point in time. 55 of those were there.
As we speak to you tonight, before reaching to you, just from releasing some people from just for talking, they arrested some of our children this evening. They just released them before coming here because they trained set a roadblock this afternoon. They were arrested, but thank God they just released them before we could get here.
Let's understand the issue about notice, which is very key, because they are there about children undoing what parents did. No, I don't want to buy into that. There's this name that they said bought the property, and because Payne is gone, we have Vic is gone. No one else to stand for this property. Who's going to take possession? You said I want done, and we don't see any done, but we keep hearing about one Eric Nangwe.
Eric Nangwe. Yes.
And how did you people get to know that name?
Well, people, the officers they sent on the scene.
Okay.
They even Nangwe just did a demolition on the same Fifth Street. He got a fence there.
Okay.
It's not the first time. Okay. This is the third time. This is the third time of even Nangwe paying.
Yeah, but his name is nowhere on any of these.
That man almost like a businessman. He straight deep. If I have a property that have more than 25 acres of land and people are sitting on it, I go to even Nangwe and say, I want you move from the place. You take XYZ and do XYZ. It's what he does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he wants the property.
No, he cleaned it himself.
No, excuse me. He bought it from them.
Yes, definitely. He bought from them. He supported the entire process.
The court process.
Pulling boring, carrying the full yellow machine, 4 machine. Were in that place on Saturday. Nobody couldn't move. He sponsored everything. Eric Nangwe is the one who sponsored everything.
I understand the district representative Prince To must have visited there. What did he do? At the time the incident was occurring, did he visit there?
Yes.
Okay, what did he do?
On Saturday, he went there.
On Saturday, he went there.
He went there.
Saturday when the incident was ongoing.
On Saturday, when the incident was taking place, he went there.
He went there.
Yeah.
And what did he do?
According to him, he said the law is the law.
That was his statement.
And this case is above his jurisdiction.
So even when you people show him deeds and things, he never took that.
The only word he uttered to us was the law is the law. I'm surprised that he put the money out to give it to 500. He talking about 1 million LD. Somebody lost more than 15, 20,000. One person is losing up to 30,000 house. Then he talking about giving 1 to 3 million LD. It's mortgage. Wow. It's just been joke all of us. Go see how many persons in the queue.
In the queue getting what?
He sent people in the community to have a listing, put name down, see how you can receive the 3.5 million.
To do what? To do what? The 3.5. Why is he intended for? What is he saying he's intended for?
He helping
to resettle you guys.
To resettle them. The tenant is for.
Oh, the tenants.
Yeah.
Not you people.
Not only the tenants. He said victims.
Okay, for
so
victims.
I mean, yeah. Okay. I got my house. I'm a victim. Okay. Not only the tenant.
No, I just thought you were taking the tenants' burden from off you people because there were people that you people owe because of these incidents. You were the landlord.
No, it's across the board.
It's across the board.
Yeah.
So now we are hearing that despite all these things, had there been any other senior ranking government official who must have visited with the exception of Prince To of the district?
Yes, today the speaker visited us.
The speaker?
The speaker.
Yeah.
Okay, what did he say?
He told us that tomorrow there will be in session.
Okay.
So we should go to the house with our petition and petition them.
Oh, he said I should go petition there?
Yes.
And what should be in our petition?
No, level
us. We will read our petition tomorrow by 9 o'clock and summon at the Capitol building and present it to them. That was all he said to us the afternoon.
No, but he's supposed to have told you what they are able to do, and you people should reduce that to petition. No. Did he tell you people what they are able to do and ask and requested you people to reduce that to a petition?
No. He just asked us to go tomorrow by 9 and present a petition.
Are you both planning to go there?
Yes.
Well, yeah, we started drafting something.
What is that something? What you think they are able to? You can be asking somebody for something that they can do. So what is that thing you're thinking about that you think they will be able to do?
We left the team working, so we can't.
You want money back?
No,
the damage is already done.
No, we want money. That property, that inheritance. So enough for me. If my unborn generation to come, my grandparent pass it on to my parent, my parent pass it on to me, I should be intend to pass it on to my children to come.
So how do you intend to get that back?
So we planning to tell the speaker, the host, that the first thing they must put her to all the activities that come to take place over there first, and then they start to bring the poor to justice for us to be able to pay our houses back.
Who will bring who to justice?
The government, the government, the code that the government.
So the government can see how
the code that the government.
They can come in and build our houses back.
The code that the government.
You guys did. We not just squat up. You can't, if you open your alley, come and say, yeah, because you want an alley, we open our alley. But there's some land that our parents bought for more than 40, 50, 60 years. I'm telling you, AB, I'm 51 years old. Come over 12, maybe 52. My parents bought that place or sing. I invested my money, change it to concrete. At 51, you get it down. Where do I go? We don't need money.
So don't you people know individually you can, if your claims are just what it is, don't you people know individually you can take up issues with the parties that led to the demolition of your properties? And with the accession of government, you don't want to rely on government. If government fails, you don't know that individually you can do that?
Yes, because we look into that direction as well. We have called in a counselor, a lawyer to help us take her up to the Supreme Court because we can't go there. So today we pray to the court for better information.
Okay.
And he did receive the case file. And then unfortunately for us, disgracefully for them, we understand that the court gave them possession to possess. They had 6 lots.
6 lots, okay.
And then 3 lots were sold. So they only had 3 lots. Balance 3. The 3 lots they were supposed to possess. But they possess over I don't know how many acres. And the multiple property. Can you imagine that? So we taking those parties to the court.
So who you're taking to court? Who you know you're taking to court?
Yes,
I'm still asking because I'm not still seeing a face. Vic is gone. The attorney file is gone. Who are you going to find? You want to say Ire, but Ire, how do you know whether Ire attached to this?
That's the same.
So who are you going to? Who are you getting to? Who are you taking to task? Who's going to pay for these damages?
We'll look for the Ire main question and we'll bring it to Pope. Because according to the information, you have been sending agents on the ground to pay people
who had D. Some people who had D, he wanted to buy from them.
So the Johnsons, don't they have children there, grandchildren, great-grandchildren? Don't you people have them there?
They got them.
One they call Darling, but she's sick.
She's sick?
Yeah.
So what is the relationship to the property? Because it's possible they could be there, but they have nothing to do with the property.
AB.
Yeah.
The entire property from the Johnson, they all based in America.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They only come, cause the fire damage, and go back.
Okay.
Because Eric is, Nambe is a brave man. So they're using, when I mean brave, they're using his bar and give them their money and they go back. The information we receive.
But the thing is, administration here, right, but of situation where I am leaving, and because I'm not able to be here, I decided to ask you to manage my property. It's different from having letters of administration where you got to administer a property on behalf of a dead person. This is not the case here. The living people then we're discussing here, so.
That's why the community is confused.
They
letter of photocopy. There's 2020 letter. This letter of photocopy.
No, it can't be photocopy. You know what? George Bowman Control is alive, and he just took over, and he says sitting in his December term.
He said you were there.
He was there.
You were there when he prepared this letter?
Who now?
The judge we met today.
No, the judge is no longer assigned there. The succeeding judge who's currently there, when the Supreme Court mandate came, it met that judge. It is that judge now who, according to the Supreme Court's mandate, needed to issue this writ of possession. And the judge mentioned, yes, he's sitting for a term. So he stayed there for December term. He stayed there.
Unfortunately for the current judge, when the action was taken, he was seated, but he was not notified. They never told him, the sheriff, they never told him that, oh, there's a document that came down from Ulster for us to implement.
No, but he in different court now. How do we carry to him?
No, he
go back.
He there.
Where?
Judge Conto, not in country now, Judge Conto sick.
And but the judge you talking about Peter Bonnet, where he is in B.
Yeah, but Peter.
I saw he come back. He the one who met today.
He control the two criminal.
He said he control all two. Why you told us today?
Okay. All right. So Johnson.
Manage the two courts.
Yeah. So we are seeing that a lot of people showing interest. Like you said, the speaker is showing interest, and the petition you people going to file before the speaker or the House of Representatives is for the restoration of your properties for them to be rebuilt.
Yeah.
The government should take responsibility. Is that what you people say?
Yes.
So let's get to the lines and interact and with you people, with other people, their views and things will come on this. All right, so this is it right here on this very dial. We are certainly getting there, and I think with God all things are possible. I still believe that, because though the properties that were on the land is gone, but for the virtue of the fact that you have a deed, you still own that property indeed. The land is still yours, right?
Yeah.
So let's agree, whatever happens, the land is still yours.
Yes.
Yes. So let's get that one clear. Secondly, we know for fact that whoever destroys anybody's property without the best means, you know who to hold. And the person to hold is the people who took the sheriff there, because they told the sheriff then that the surveyors ought to be there so that they will have these things. Ain't you seen there?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey there?
Yeah.
They say the plaintiff of the property subject to these proceedings in keeping with the metes and bounds.
Yes. Well,
so the metes and bounds is already expressed in the ruling.
Yeah.
The metes and bounds is already known for why the party went to court. Because you know what the metes and bounds, and at that metes and bound you got your writ of possession on, and at that metes and bound you're supposed to operate. So you people are telling us that from discovery so far, these people operated beyond the metes and bounds. And when we're talking about metes and bounds, there are people who are affected in the pseudo. Not people like you who have D from their family. That one a different case by itself. So even if the children want to sell property that they gave to, it can be. Because number one, the land is already encumbered. The land is already encumbered. Nobody will buy any land that is encumbered, that you see people on. Then somebody can sell it to you, say, I'm selling the land here to you, or I'm selling the land to you, know there is property there. So I think Eric bought encumbered land. Because if Eric wanted that land, Eric would have said, you take the people from on the land, say you believe that your parent and they didn't sell it to them, the story or XYZ, you take them from there. When you're finished taking them from there, then you can sell it to me. I think that's why you are. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying here. So you just get ready, do your sending your petition to the how do you call it? The speaker. But you can plan action against whoever you're able to identify that behind this whole thing that happened.
Yeah.
For them to pay for damages.
The name that is actually ruined there is Nangbe.
Nangbe,
Yeah.
Okay.
Even the machine people, they said they were hired by Nangbe. Even the police officers that went to the scene.
But if you can establish that Nangbe broke down your place,
he's the one.
there you can go for him.
He's the one that day,
you were around. The sheriff in question, the head of the sheriff, Captain Humphrey, he said that Nangbe gave order to break this house down.
Okay. But the funny thing about it is that Nangbe need now. So how the sheriff will be acting on Nangbe's order when Nangbe is not the actual. Anyway, let's do that. Let's get to the lines and interact with you people. You know, that is it right here on this dial. Let's get there. That is it right here. Exclusively is a human interest issue, so let's just stick to it. And people are homeless as we speak. So please just have your say. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm sorry for the
Okay.
I mean, we are African. If you're talking, get redress. I'm sorry for what happened. But if we can stop this war on Sunday, they are African. We are African. If they play for and no redress, let it go the other way. Let the market and stop disturbing us. They will not live for on our side. Can't be disturbed going like here. In the name of getting look at the year it's staying in that place there. And 40 years, 50 years, 4 years coming set going the street. Let it do anything they want to do, my man.
Okay, hello, how you doing? Nice, hello.
Good evening, Kijale.
Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
Thank you for your interview to that people. Especially I'm very sorry for what happened to them. But I listened to one thing in their interview that they went to petition vote. You shouldn't waste your time. You shouldn't go there. They go at the money today that you didn't go to carry complaint. So where will come from Islam? The hour then the man who come for and that is the whole case with you. I get a 1 million%. So, or vote. That once they send our case over to you, they can win our case. They take the matter of time, they will win our case.
I'll leave that. Hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? Hello? Hello?
Good evening,
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I'm Oscar Zigman calling from Compass in the Nima Country.
Yeah, Oscar, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, ABA, I want to stand by these people, by praying for them, and I see God to give them wisdom to be cool. But you know, I want to let them know that Liberia is a place that we cannot sit and look at bad things happening. So I want to stand by them. It's better what you say to them, let them go to court. Because if you have property and even government give you order, or could give you order to take you for your property, and the procedure that you have to go through, you have to write information to the people that also things are happening and we are coming to take our property. So you got to go in agreement with people. You can't come overnight and just invade the people on your property.
Notice, yeah.
So let them go to court because it was detailed for the men who own the property to give them information. Based on information, part of the information I have at time that also time will come in there. If you build another year to my saying, then we'll take action. But overnight you go and take this decision, let them go to court. The law is the law. Government will see that it's for Liberia government under Jesus Waka, it will go a long time. Because Waka is a devil and kill the devil for the devil. So everything that happening here is happening under a watch. So
okay.
I
all right, thank you. Let me get on to this one right here on this die. We are certainly getting there. Hello, how you doing? Let me get on to this. Hello. Okay, so let me get on to the WhatsApp line as well as we are going through. Sorry, let me put the sorry, WhatsApp people. Let me put your own. Just how you people over here. No, sorry, let me put your own. All right. Hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yeah, thank you very much, people, AB, and thanks to your studio guests and sympathy with them. For the nations, I'm Pokat Robert.
Okay.
And I join you this evening for our known destinations.
Okay.
You see, people AB they said sometimes in the Bible we should not bring what we fall, but bring what we stomp our toes. I'm not saying that it is in the issue of our victims that in the studio there, but they come making the power to do nothing but to destroy, kill at the said area. When it started with the city party headquarters, people said that was the end. Now they are going in communities. They are going to people's homes. You see what happened? If the kind of people started it, because nonsense. People, if go govern that forces as a Liberia and for politics or party sentiment and say if I got be able to stop, that the people they'll never have the behavior to go in homes. So sound like some people sound like a tactically. You're gonna see that it don't happen to them. But no, I would say to our people that they don't waste their time to go to work on speaker or to go to work on the legislature. All the people want to date, all the people they are into dates. Even the lawmaker, as he's talking about, I like the way he put it. That's a mockery. People got money, millions of dollars have been broken. Property have been broken. Then you can't propose, ticket in the guy and say you won't go kill to them. That's a complete mockery. And it's a lack of leadership in the particular area control the maker. Lack of leadership. Nothing happened during the area how to call it, the commercial leader, fraud them by the family. He fraud them to the family another person. They kill the people for the case that they own them.
Okay, Poka.
Fraud them.
All right, Poka.
You got one law because I don't even know it.
Okay. All right, Poka. That's it. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate. Thank you for your contribution. Elo, how you doing? Let's get on to this one. Elo.
Yeah, good. Maybe I'm Thomas from Pimiteni calling from Marshall City.
Yeah, Tendi, let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, first of all, maybe I shared here yesterday when I saw the King of Nation yesterday. I don't know what type of country that we find ourselves in now. How kind of Liberia that we in? Other people will just wake up today, they can say, oh, the land belong to me. And they start to damage people's property. I saw a lady yesterday with children crying. I don't even know what to say. But what I'm going to tell our brethren again, like what I was saying, then they tell about the legal process to go back to the court.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go to the court and, issue. Because before any other thing, the court will be able, even if they tell you, say, we want you to move from here, there should be notice. You don't get notice to people. You just wait for you call it. I don't know what to say. But now God will put everything into. So thank you.
Thank you for your contribution, Tendi. Hello, how are you doing?
To see. Hello?
Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
Okay, Abby, this is Emmanuel Nimnet, and I'm calling from the US, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Abby, actually, my son for these people, and I also want to appeal to all Liberians. Let us stop telling our grieving brothers and sisters that we told them that the government was never going to be good, and you'll see what the government is doing. Anybody can make a mistake. My second issue is that if the both DC is there, the people who carry the case to the court, then on who many the court is implementing this. It is a kind of an act of evil that the representative is in criminal with some kind of person who is doing this. So our Liberian people, what is going on? Because if the both DC is there, then who is actually claiming this land for these people? Who is claiming this land? Even though some of us we are not actually legally inclined like you, AB, but I think when we listen to you sometimes and we listen to other people who are legally inclined, we give for them, and for the later we read, we understand about legal matters. So who is making this case? It is bad. The government is supposed to do something about these people's case. I know I got hurt when I look on the Facebook, but I saw Luther Tappe talking about he's staying with the representative in the people's case. You don't want rule for 200 years. You don't know the people that you won't live for 200 years. You don't know the problem they're going through. You sit there, your demonic group are already damaged the places before you come up. What kind of government so wicked like this? It's bad. It's bad, brother. It's bad. It's bad. The Liberian people need to rise up, and the person who went to the court and caused the government to cause that problem, that person, the law should deal with that person, and the law can deal with that person. My brother, you're like in studio, I'm gonna find the best way to deal with that person. Baby, thank you, man.
All right, thank you, Iman. Thank you. Hello, how you doing? Next, hello.
Hey, Abby, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, boss. Go on, let's listen to you, please.
First of all, I want to say sorry to the guys in studio for the unfortunate situation. But Abby, this is my question. Because it's getting to be like, the police now have become sheriff in Liberia. Because I think in my mind, before the police go to an eviction site, that means the sheriff have gone there with the eviction notice, and then they met up with hostility. When the sheriff go to any place for eviction and they meet up with hostility, that's the time they can ask for the escort of the police. But it's no longer happening this time.
This is the first time we see that happening. Even one road eviction, you will find out the some when the law reach police to go. When even the sheriffs are not meeting up with facility. Because I'm not sure that if the sheriff have gone to this community with the eviction notice to call this community and say, look, these people went to court and these people won this case, and the court is asking that S and Z people are asking so that you guys can leave. We will not reach where we are today.
Yeah. They were
But you know, the reason this right. But now the police, look, the police is here responsible. That's the reason why these guys should take the government to tax. Because the government now have become sheriff. The police have become sheriff. They're no longer going there for 56.
The police get a board. Now the police get a board.
No, listen. AB, I know they're not the police. But look at my reasoning. My reasoning, AB, right? The police don't have the bulldozer. But the police, the first thing when the sheriff, the sheriff asked the police to escort them, the police were able to investigate. Have you gone to these places with the eviction notice and you met with hostility? Because the only way the police should be present when the sheriff have gone and met with a reaction, resisting them.
Yes.
Under that, the police can escort them. But without that, why should the police always be behind the sheriff everywhere they go?
Even be your sharing returns to the judge.
Sure.
Telling the judge
Right.
when then the judge will now request the judge.
Exactly. AB, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, AB.
No, you're right.
But this is what we've been seeing. That's the procedure. That's the proceeding. But the government now, the police have become a business. When you got money, you will control the police. When you got money to get the grand recover, you will control the police. So the police is no longer Liberian citizen police for protection.
Okay.
So
All
this
right,
is the other thing.
All right.
Thank you. God bless you, baby.
Victims, they've been trying to call on my private number, so some of you can take advantage of my private number owing to the sensitive nature of this matter. Some of you can take advantage of my private number, and I just heard one of them just now. I think he will call back. When he calls back, I will put him through my line, and so that he can have a say. It's hurting.
Hello, Eddie.
Yeah, quickly, let's hear from you.
Yeah, you know, Eddie, the way I look at it, they ask for food to share here. The other you be that move from power, and you know what it is? The break all the people who were sitting out our panel. Also, what can I do for women?
Okay. All right. Thank you, woman. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you just went off. Anyway, you can call back if you can, please. Hello, how you doing?
Hello.
Yeah.
Eddie, this is Samuel Smith calling from Labasi.
Yeah, son.
Eddie, the situation in Liberia nowadays is very, very deterrent.
Mm-hmm.
We notice that our land, our property, the court broke it down. And it's so bad that we have a deed from 1940.
Smith, can you just walk away from that radio? I'm getting the feedback. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm far from it, right?
You have to go a bit far from it. Sorry.
Oh, you getting me?
Okay, we're not getting that feedback. You go on. Let's listen to you, please.
Oh, okay. Maybe our parents then bought this land ever since in the 40s. We have a deed for this land.
Okay.
And in fact, my father passed out. He was a surveyor for the scene. Victoria, Johnson, Maxwell. My father was a surveyor. He has, if you look at the deed, you see his signature on the deed.
Okay.
But today the police came and broke our house down to pieces, saying that we does not have legitimate right over the property. How can my father be a surveyor for somebody and bought from the same person and does not own a property and we have the deed? So it's too disgusting for us. This thing must stop. It must stop. Because we heard about one Eric, and I interacted with Eric. I called Eric. Eric said that he bought the property. He said he bought the property from one Johnson that came here and gone by one Charles Johnson that came here and gone by in the States and gave him money. The Charles Johnson told him where the demarcation stopped. No. He never came to inquire from us. There was no survey came in the area to do, or surveyor came in the area to do survey. Our property just got damaged, make our mother homeless, make people thin, and even bust down the school. Today, children, they are not going to school.
There was a school there.
School and church.
Yes, there was a school and church. They bust it to pieces. And we are going to gather these children there and take them to the court so that the court will see reason for the little kids then that they broke the school, that today they are not in school.
But those are the main things you need to take those children to the legislature, and then your petitions. At least that one, for the children education purpose. We can look at that. Wow.
So we are taking it tomorrow to the court, and from there we are going to the Capitol building.
So the owner of the house is insisting that her house now be bought. So she's talking about
thank you again, man. Let me just say sorry to my brothers in the studio there. But if you look, man, just on the humanitarian grounds, right? Let's just assume hypothetically that there are the portion of the youth on that land. Does it mean that they do have this zero to say, are the human beings, are these people not like building food? So just keep them out as animals, as dogs, just keep them away. But if you want to reset, look at the president. The president himself has shown no feeling for the people. So everyone that's acting in government and the way the government is playing now, we don't expect anything better while we are sorry for these people. That even though you go invade people or even break down their homes, just regarding the court law, the court order, maybe this is sad. The only thing I can see and look, man, I remember those days when under George Wanawia, when the American embassy was intruding into his personal government affairs. Now I'm asking these people, let them patrol to the American embassy, lay their bags and mattresses there, and demand the American embassy to call on this government to redress for these people. This is nonsense, AB. This is how civil war starts. This is how civil war starts. But thank you, my brother. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, good evening, Eddie.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. My name is Isaac Lamiko Dennis, the chairman for the Voice of Green Gillette County Organization. I call from Kingsville.
Yeah, let's hear from you, Dennis.
Yeah, thank you. Let me say a big sorry firstly. Let me please encourage them and let them take their time to approach this issue. The whole case, let me be fair with you, babies. We will not let us just show ourselves, but the case here is started 2020 before the case was even sent to the Supreme Court. When the case went to the Supreme Court, all these things, some of us will know something about it. But because they carried to the Supreme Court, there's something to say because it's our John administration. So what they did, they were not pushing it too hard because they know when they push it too hard, the president will come in and then he was able to settle it. So they allowed it to sit down to that Supreme Court bench until the regimes left from there before they put fire behind it. They think God need to call in I know how to call in a cougar. The guy need to call in here. The one really reality he can go from community to community to know which property that is there that have less problem. He can spend money. Then as soon as he's spending that money when the people go and damage that area, then you will buy that area and resell that when you do. He can sell it to the lonely people, the Indian people, the when you put people, that is new people he can settle a new area led to. So that he don't want that the new person down there. But maybe fair with you, that issue, if you go to the Supreme Court, even go to most of the judges, they will tell you that a particular thing, they have their own ground and they suffer they have a lot of money on the thing. So those guys can really put their feet on the ground. If they just say that and they say, oh yeah, they're talking about more. I think the only thing I think they can do now to always tell you now to continue to flare it so they can go in depth of it and get a real solution. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that. Hello, how you doing? Let's call up.
Thank you. Yeah, good evening, Eddie.
Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
And good evening to your studio guest. I'm Inspector Mohammed, and I call from a Popo Corner, down Coast Stone Hill, in town community. Gentlemen in studio, I firstly want to extend my deepest, sorry to you guys, because I know what it is, more especially in the age of 51 years, and they are breaking your property down. It's like they are trying to lead you guys to your early grave. But I believe that Almighty God is going to fight for you people. Maybe, in my mind, this is a creepy word that is being declared on us, the ordinary people. This thing is getting unprecedented because in my mind, the Liberian land authority, there will be a syndicate or a cartel that will be within that range that is responsible for what is happening. Because you see the trace of events. For the last 8 years, we did not see the kind of unprecedented demolition. But today, Unity Party is back. And they are carrying on the kind of demolition. They are declaring war on us, the ordinary people, because they don't want us to be in Monrovia. They say Monrovia is their heritage. We, the ordinary people that came to Monrovia, we must be grateful for here to go back in Nigeria. In my mind, that's the white are hearing and using today to drive us out of Monrovia. And this is the time that we must tell us. We will not tell us, all of us. I can see us getting Monrovia one day because you guys will spend 100 years in Monrovia, the next day they kind of pour out of. So, gentlemen, let us all rise up and fight together. Thank you very much, Evie, for always giving us the opportunity to make our brother on that
one group of guys who just sit in America, they think their land is not situated for country boys. And they are using one. Hello?
It's set in America, they are 40, 50 years. We misuse all the opportunities. They come back to us, ordinary people, and then we start to take the suffering from their parents because how will somebody who, I don't know, 40 years, when the people started paying your house for 1 to 5 years, why you couldn't come to stop them? With the 40 years, you are coming to demolish, or to come and destroy the people's property. Maybe.
Thank you.
We must send over all of them that all of us go by Nigeria. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Edmond, quickly. Yeah, let's hear from you then. I get
I am in sympathy. Let me say, we even to the guys in studio there. You know, we, but the disabled community, especially the visually impaired, was in that seat right behind the Tottenham fan there. Yeah. So we interacted with the family in that community. So to hear that news about them since yesterday, I've been kind of discouraged. But yeah, what I would say to them, let them find a lawyer if they don't have one, so that they can look at all of the documents that you are going through over there. Maybe they can refi and go for something. But don't just be there while you are right. Then the other person can say, come to us, go this side, can't be going against you. So it is important for you guys to get together and generally find one lawyer so that they can be able to look at your document and file in either bill information or whatsoever how you call it, so that you'll be able to look into it. Because from what I'm hearing, there is serious foul play that took place over there. So if you guys allow the government, so they to come, especially the speaker, you say, you write us, you come to us, what you want us to do? You will go there, they may take it, they will receive it, but the very place that you're going, you have your own representative there, which is Prince Store. What did he do? He has a hair for. He said it's above me. So now you are being requested by the speaker to go. We are not saying don't go there, but find a lawyer so that they can be able to look into your case, to pick up your case so that we can know where we are going with this thing. But Liberia is sad, Monrovia is sad, Liberia is in crisis for what we are seeing. The border is not over our head for now, but for what we are seeing, the country is sad, we are in crisis. And we want to pray for the best. We are in prayer with you people. We are not financially strong, but our prayer will help you people in our advices. So we hope that you can take some of these things and work with it. Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you, Edmond. And I will get to the WhatsApp line, then I get to the final comment. Yeah, what are you doing quickly?
This is Marcy.
Yeah, let's hear from you quickly.
This is sorry to get. Look, AB, what were those people when they put a day in those houses, in those places? What were they? Because all of government, what were all those people at that time? They put a baby on the bed, 60 years on the level. What were they? They were not around at that time. Even the people taking the land to buy it, also them in this country. They could have come and said, no, let's not buy it, don't buy it. What was they at that time? It make people homeless. And you're not protecting about that the people that are poor who are you telling me? All of government was there, letting them not happy. But Boca because they feel he dealt with devil. So anything he can do it for the devil. People are homeless. People are crying. All of them, they are clapping because they're not in their shoes. When it's not going to be, you know what brothers are going to making a woman supposed to be in the street. No one to sleep. No one to go and post in the things. The people say in the name of breaking down home. When they say invasion, they say demolition. You go to court, even when they put in your serious, the case in your table. Or you can't wait. The person when you've already bought the place here. So and you're not able to pay you, but they pay for you for two. They pay for you and you get it for two. They go buy it and rebuy. The problem second there, the 80 years there. All that time was you couldn't come up. So then you begin machine. You get one message, I will champion the court, they give me the money. I will go there, show my face, so do it. And they do the wrong thing and the thing and the right thing they do. So our people voted for you today, you are putting it in fear. Now you put it here, but you make it to be homeless. Then you see you doing the right thing, butter, government, then you get it from our country, go break it down, then we'll say police, and people will go break them and say they can't be talking there. Look, my brother, you didn't go to a court, that black. Maybe come my brother, sorry, but when you go to a court, that Boca government here, the rule of law, then broken, everything in the government.
You still have to have faith in the court system,
yeah, when they get faith, when they get faith, and they see court, then the people will go pay the telephone. Then people say the people go pay like, just go there. So what they say, go out tomorrow. Go out tomorrow. Why they say that you get the shopping in America? So I'm taking money, taking back. So I call it up and the daddy will go and go, but they're going to come back. That blind.
No, we'll still keep continuing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, watch and see.
Watch
and see. Take you back.
Let's keep the faith. All right. So thanks so much. And of course, that is very much important. And Amon James Vincent says, yeah, he said it is not the people that are coming from America, the United States of America. It is the law and the court in Liberia. The law can be bought by anyone. There's no law in Liberia. There is. Oh man, we still get some. Yeah. The law says if the person sits in our land for 20 years, they cannot move them. Yeah, that's adverse possession. You are trying to court.
15,
but
15
now.
In 15.
Yeah, in
2018.
Yeah.
Amended to 15.
15 years now. It says it's a government that is inherently wicked to our citizens. And today they got the power to dehumanize and kill, disgrace, and displace their own citizens because they voted for them. But God in heaven will take his action against this wicked government. All right. And so, like I said, you people listen to all of the callers of solidarity, and people, try to feel the pain you feel, and others are calling for so forth. But you guys are living from here now going, what could be the most likely outcome and that you should seek for from the court?
Well, like we said, we want justice, and the court is the one that authorized the people to carry on eviction, but the court did not authorize them to carry on demolition.
Okay.
So the court should go back and tell them that since we authorized you to evict and you did demolition, you did not do due diligence to.
No, but the court will not do that one.
Or as a proof they violate our right, the court can tell them.
You go to the court. The person who violated your right and went outside of the court, you can't sue the court.
No, we sue the person to the court. So the court.
Then the court asks the person whether they acted in the right way. They will defend their action now.
That's why.
And so the best thing you can do is to sue the person.
Yeah.
But I'm still finding it difficult to find a person. That's the problem, because the two persons that you're supposed to hold, they are dead. So you're hearing about Eric Nangwe. So if it can be proven that Eric hired and paid to do yellow machines and do bulldozers, you can hold him for that.
Yes.
Maybe what we can say is that we saw the yellow machine busting our building. We'll go after we get a lawyer, we'll go after the yellow machine to know where they come from and how they got in the community. They will tell us. This government, if they want to be tyrannical, let me tell you, nothing. No, let us, Liberia is heading to where Christians community, the Muslims community are not speaking. Only because they want to create fast and other things in their churches and ask the members to bring money. They're not speaking.
What are not speaking now?
The Christian community is not speaking. What is happening in Liberia is squash.
Okay.
Anything to happen in Liberia is not going to be like the 1990. Liberia is heading to a gross war. No sheriff went to people place. It was the police that were busting door. It was the police.
You saw police in
uniform. Police in uniform. In uniform with arms, asking people to come out. It's not secret. It's not secret. 5 o'clock, you go up in bed and you asking them to get up because somebody said the land is for them. Liberia is not heading correctly. We're asking the government this. If even Nangwe is the one beyond this, it's going to be the last point. For me, I got 7 living children. I got 5 girls. All my girls are very bright. I got 11 years old girl who is in the 8th grade, 13 years old in the 11th grade, 2 at the university. My property is the one sponsoring them. Maybe if you take a camera tonight, go in the community that put on the tree right now. Family members, children are sleeping on the tree. Government should take note. The police in there run, now waiting there go on the street in the corner and grab the police. Government say, well, once the police move, government is in no. And what we're hearing, he spent $35,000 just for that mission.
Okay.
$35,000 came on to the particular crew that went on our operation. Okay. We got information. So Nambe is the one behind the whole process. We're asking the government to come to our aid. Other people should come. The Liberal Council of Churches, the Muslim, is now down to see how best they can put things into play. It is pattern in Liberia. It's not going to be the 1990. We must say for short, there's going to be a gross. Maybe whenever you, I'll come to your family. Right. When you ever me, you come to my family. Right. That's what we're heading to.
You're right.
So it will not be good for all. We all pray that Liberia shouldn't go. Liberia is divided.
You're right.
All these signs, divided.
All these signs point to danger. You are 100%.
I can't live. I'm 51. My children are out of school. There are property renters are there paying rent. I depend on them to pay school fee.
Right.
I went for coming in on less than $200. I can pay 7 children school fee.
Right.
While I was depending on my parents there for me to educate my children, somebody just come in your day and damage it. We're not going to rest. Okay. We're going to take this from the 1 to the 100.
Okay.
I can assure you.
Thank you. And we just hope and pray that justice will be served in the end. And William, thank you so much for coming too. And I hope you're going to the resolution. Yesterday, tomorrow you're going to the legislature, right?
Yeah. The speaker told us to prepare something in meeting, so we're going to draft something. There where Ms. Smith said the students, the church, buildings were broken, the children are now present. Some of the children parents, they honor the tree as I speak to you now.
You're right about that.
They honor the tree tonight.
I was there. I saw people in that. Yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much for coming. We are all ears and we are giving you our support in whichever way. You can count on us, and in whichever way that we can give our support, because we are all Liberians, and what you're going through, we can feel the pain. It's just like somebody house burned down for fire, and then you don't know where to start. When you saw it breaking down, and you could prevent it, but you had a police force with well-armed police force that was ready to shoot and kill you for your property. Well, that's bad. Thank you so much to all of you, and for being here. We hope any other update we are willing to share with the public through this very medium. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
All right, folks, that's all the time we've got right here tonight on this very time. And until we are back here, we want to say thank you all so much. So until we are back here tomorrow with another edition, guess what? There is a clash of the titans between the Ministry of Transport and that of the Liberia Traffic Management. The Liberia National Police is backing the Liberia Traffic Management against the government's own Ministry of Transport. So, folks, tomorrow we'll be right on that and other issues as well. So until we are back here, God willing, my name is Cyprian God St. William. Do have a pleasant time.